Started about 2000, 2001 when the Supreme Court decision came out that municipalities do indeed have the power to ban pesticides. And at the time I was teaching conventional horticulture and, going as IPM as possible at the time. And it was very clear at that moment then that the pesticide bans would sweep the country at some point. To me it was very clear to people I was teaching, it was very clear. We were all hoping it would happen sooner rather than faster. And so I thought, well, really what we need, maybe we're the early adopters, but we need to develop organic curriculum. People really know how to work without pesticides. Because pesticides really are sort of the last step in the decline of a landscape. By the time you have to use pesticides, things have happened long before then that have led this landscape onto a path where plants are now infected with pests and diseases and so on. Really, the pesticides cover up your mistakes. Right? So we need to learn to avoid those mistakes in order to not ever have to use pesticides.
Okay.
So that's what I set out to do, and it's taken us really 8 years, I would say, to develop the original curriculum. First I thought, okay, well, I've developed curriculum before 8 months, I can do that, no problem, right? Okay, so 2.5 years later I had the first iteration, which is now our online program, and it's in the process of being completely revamped. 8 years later I have a much better understanding. It keeps growing, my knowledge keeps growing, and understanding keeps growing. So we're ready to completely revamp it. But since then we've introduced a series of classroom programs. And they're all addressed at working adults. So they can get the education while they still work. It's all adult continuing ed. So we teach professionals in the industry and also home gardeners now and people who are considering entering the industry. We teach organic farmers and people with that kind of mindset that they would like to do things differently. And they know they want to. They really want to, and they don't even want to bother with the other stuff. So we teach them really truly holistic systems management, and it's a lot of fun and very successful.
After you developed the curriculum, how long have you been running courses?
Well, we started with the online program.
Okay.
Right, and then after we finished that, we started introducing it into the classroom and revising it.
One of the things that we found is that a lot of people have difficulty with the online format. It's all sort of self-study, self-directed. And people that want to be out in the garden don't necessarily want to be sitting in front of a computer. We had requests, can you get the classroom thing?
How long did you try the online classroom for?
We still have it.
You still have it?
Yeah, we still have it. But as I say, we have learned a lot. Technology has advanced since then, and the program, we really haven't put our effort there in keeping that up to the most current status of what's available. So we're going to do that this year. We're going to revamp it and make it more current.
Oh, nice.
Technology-wise too, right?
Technology changes quickly.
It does, and it's expensive, and it takes a lot of time to learn it and then implement it. But our students aren't coming from there. I mean, we also have to live, right? We are self-funded, so we have to make money. So the money comes really from the classroom courses.
Okay.
It doesn't come from the online sector. So.
And how do you do the classroom courses in partnership with anybody, or
always? Almost always.
Okay.
I would say sometimes. Some of them in Victoria we offer ourselves, but then we rent space. But we don't have a facility. We made that decision quite a long time ago that we don't need to invest in another bricks and mortar facility where the limited number of students can come. Rather, we want to work in partnership and get these courses out everywhere where they're required, train teachers, and have our curriculum offered here and there. We've done all this work, and we're like 8 years ahead of the industry, right? So they can just use this. I mean, we license it. We license our curriculum and train the teachers, and then they can start tomorrow if they wanted to, right? It's all prepared. It's really great.
So how would it work? Do you approach colleges to see if they would run it, or do you just run space from them?
Both. In we are really centered right now. Most of our training happens in Vancouver and Victoria. So there we work in Victoria. We work in partnership with Ronald University, and in Vancouver we work in partnership with the Burnaby School Board. But we have other partnerships as well with smaller organizations, with societies, with individuals, individual instructors who offer these courses as part of their business or something. And they're all successful. They're all different. We choose the people we want to work with, of course.
Nice. So you would develop the curriculum, and then you would have work with the college to sort of implement that?
It depends. It depends. We develop the curriculum, and it's like a whole package curriculum from the slideshows to the handouts, to the lesson plans, to the evaluation, like everything, right? And we really then just simply offer it through the continuing education stream. And students will sign up through whatever system they sign up, either through us or through the university or the school board. And we make sure, this growth is slow because we also have to train the teachers. Everybody learned conventional horticulture. Nobody learned organic horticulture because that stream didn't exist, the educational stream didn't exist. So we have to train our teachers and make sure they are in fact, good teachers. So some of them are already teaching conventional horticulture, and then we have to teach them, or we have really successful organic landscapers, and then we teach them how to teach. So it's, there are all kinds of various ways we can.
It's, how long have you been in landscaping for?
15 years, something like that.
And did you start off sort of on that conventional side, or?
Yeah, of course, like everybody else. I learned the conventional way. And then I started teaching, and found very quickly that I couldn't answer the questions, many of the questions that the students were asking. They're all intelligent, bright people, right? So something doesn't make sense to them, they ask a question, and I didn't know how to explain that from the perspective that I had learned. And one thing I found definitely was I didn't understand soils, how soil works. It was very contradictory. The information learned in conventional schools was very contradictory, and I couldn't wrap my head around it. So I actually went back as part of my development to do a master's degree in sustainable agriculture to just learn more about systems management, and then it took me. Still, of course, I had to go way, way beyond that to develop really what we teach is a different decision-making framework. We teach them how to see things differently, see different connections, like how things connect in landscapes, and how the various living beings that make their homes there influence each other and work together and collaborate. And once you can see gardening or landscapes or even whole ecosystem from that perspective, then obviously you're going to be doing different things than we have before. So it's actually very interesting. The little calendar we put out for the first time this year, so I was not very professional, but that's the best I could do.
Oh, nice.
With my computer skills. This is all the courses we offer in Victoria. Now we offer the same courses in Vancouver, and not all the courses in all the other locations where we offer courses. But so we started with the online course, and then went to sort of 8 individual one-day courses. And then we combined those into a 1-week program, and then we figured out the 1 week is too much for people, so we broke it into the 3-day soil course that I came here to teach, and the 1-day turf course I came here to teach. And it became very clear immediately. I started teaching simply landscape professionals because I could see the industry was resisting the pesticide legislation, and because they didn't know what else to do. So I wanted to help them, and I still want to help them to do things differently. But it became apparent that home gardeners also needed to be taught, and we needed something more comprehensive than just a professional 3-day program, something like that. So then we developed, and we started with a 2-semester part-time access ecological landscape design program, and we added a very comprehensive, I did 2 months, twice a week only, an organic master gardener program